Hey kids, I'm back looking to continue my translation of the Tunic language. Last time again, I'm going to use the words known pretty loosely here. We figured out a few symbols, I think, based on context clues around some of these words. We established some rules and added a couple by the end. I think the biggest one is, the biggest rule is that I think that the length of these words has to do with the number of sounds or letters in the word. I'm not sure if it's sounds or letters, but I don't know. We'll kind of continue from there. There's another place I wanted to look. Here we go. This phrase. I think this is something like confused or lost. See page 28, and I believe page 28 is the map of the overworld. So, beginning your adventure. This is obviously a little like pre-story. Yeah, I remember looking at this. Thinking that I wish I had known this, like bring a key, bring an item. I don't know if this is take or bring, but a hero's grave, a sword, lies here in the, maybe like in the grave. Don't know. But I wonder if I have enough. Actually, I have seen this phrase before, this word, or something like it. Where did I see it? It was like a thought bubble. Here. No, that's not it. But I have noticed when there's words in a thought bubble, there's no line in the middle, and I'm not sure what that means. Where did I see it? It was another one of those like, hey, are you lost? Do you know? Oh, here we go. Oh, that looks nothing like it. I mean, there's some similarities, but I'm wondering what the heck this means. It actually looks like the player, whoever had this manual before, is trying to figure out some of this language stuff, because this is just this restated, but then there's like adjustments made, and it's like peeling this character apart, and I don't know what that means. Okay, let's go check this. I think first things first, I want to check this against the symbols that we know. Oh, actually, let's take that away and bring it down here. So is there any similarities? This is the same as this. But then that would be, it's not key. I wanted it to be C, but then that doesn't make sense for, unless, no. And actually what, would this be a K? I'm just not seeing any. This looks like an L, although these symbols connect in the middle, which is different than written. So is the spoken language represented slightly differently? Which is an interesting concept. Maybe they use, I don't know, something slightly different than quotation marks. But I don't recognize any of these symbols, except that might be like the L. Or no, that wouldn't be lost. Okay, that was not as helpful as I was hoping. I figured this would be like something like C, page 28, but like lost, C, page 28, but I don't know. Okay. I don't think I had anything there. And I found a few words where there's these like repeating symbols. And I'm trying to think of like a long word that has the same letter 3 times that makes sense anywhere in here. And I haven't come up with one quite yet. But let's take a look at these. Sorry, now I'm reading the items, trying to see if there's anything. Keys, that's the word key. I'm actually going to pull this whole thing down. I wish I had a way to kind of float the symbols that I know over top of everything so that I don't have to keep scrolling down here. I need to think about a better way to do this, but okay, so this says, so we know what U is. U. Need a key. I don't know. You need a key to maybe is that N? That's, sorry, we think that's a D, right? You need, is that need a key to open something the, oh, that actually looks the same twice. The key dot dot dot. So is that need? Maybe let's snapshot that symbol specifically. We'll put it in our prime suspects. Because if that's like a double E. So this could be like a K and then like EY here. That makes the E sound. Although this is bell and that's an E sound. So maybe that's just an E. K-E-Y? Does this mean, is that like a Y? Or is this, and this can't be K, and we're reading backwards because that's bell. I feel really confident that that's bell. Alright, we think this might be need. Oops. Organization. Okay, so need is under prime suspects already. I did a little reorganizing, not a ton, but I think this prime suspects organization still doesn't quite make sense. Need. Okay, that's nothing. This is, how long is that? Length 2. Okay. I want to start maybe trying to group, like pick out symbols that I think I know. Because this actually, what I found, I don't know, I'm wondering if like this looks similar to the E in key. It has all the same lines plus some additional lines. I wonder if this is like IE. And this would be like SH. But I don't know what an S or an H look like, so I can't really confirm that. And what I don't know is like, what's the difference between the symbols on the top and the bottom? It seems like some symbols can only be on the top, and some symbols can only be on the bottom. And if I think about sounds or letters, the division that makes sense to me is the vowels and consonants. But there's a whole lot more than like 5 or 10 shapes on the bottom. And I'm not fluent in like the phonetic alphabet to know exactly how many different like vowel sounds there are. So, but like, yeah, I do wonder if, I mean, this looks like the same shape right here, but there's no word that I can think of that has 2 of the same syllable. Like, that doesn't make any sense. That was weird. Sorry. Okay, but let's try this. So I think let's do. I need it to actually be words, not symbols. Known words, because I want to do something different for known symbols. And I want there to be a top section and a bottom section. So top symbols. Bottom symbols. Oops. All right. Oh, perfect. It's already parented. Love it. Loving it. All right. So we've got. There has to be a better example of A. It's fine. Okay. This is A. And we think this is, oh, I should get the line in here. The old TH. Okay. Hold on, redo that. And then I think this is okay. Oops. I think that's a B. It is, yeah, and I wonder if, like, what causes some of the increase in complexity? Is it the farther down the alphabet it is? Because, like, this T seems a lot more complex than A or B. Where were we? Two. I think this is a U, a Y. Okay. I think this is actually So one of the other things that I'm noticing is like there's solid lines on the top. And those are always, they always seem to be in words where, like, I don't know if there's like an extra space, if it's like there's nothing here. So for example, if this is bell, B, the B sound, the E sound, and the L sound. Because it is also in shield, you know, we feel strongly that that's a D. And I assumed that these were both L's, because in bell, there's two of them. But there's also one in found. There's also two in shield. Found. I don't know. I've seen it a few times, and it always, I don't know, in my mind it seems to be indicating, like, there's nothing here, in a way that's different than just a blank space. Because there are, have I seen words with blank spaces in them? I don't know that I have, outside of A. Oh, and this word here has a blank space on the bottom left. And so I don't know how you would read that. Is it like, I'm assuming it's like up, down, the next up, the next down. So like F, O, U, N, D, or something like that. But like, why? Yeah, I don't know what it means when things are connected or not. Cheat. Because my assumption is that if something's connected, it doesn't matter. It's just that the two shapes are close together. Like if I had a T here and a Y here, this might look like one big sort of like connected thing. Like, yeah, I can't make it look like that, but you know, like right here. So this is a good example. I think this word starts with P, and I think this is a P. This is the same symbol as the TH and the. So this isn't necessarily pronounced together, because you wouldn't pronounce but it's like a T or a sh sound. The po the that looks like, I thought that was an L. Yeah, and sometimes these things seem like they're offset as well, and I don't know what that means. Like L seems to be in the middle, again assuming this is an L, although I don't know what the hell this word would be if there's two L's in it that are like, is this kneel? Do they have a symbol for a silent K? And so then am I reading some of these words wrong? Yield. But like, why would this be, if this is shield and there's four sounds, shield, why is this one like three, or like, why does this have 6 characters at all? Why is this not just 4 characters? Like, I can understand why, again, if I'm thinking about this right, which I'm probably not, if this was like roll, R-O-L, and this is a blank space, I could see 3 instead of, or I could see, you need, if you have 3 like sounds, or 3 sounds, and this is necessarily top and bottom, then you'd end up with a blank space, right? But why here do we have 2 blank spaces? It's simply not 3 L's. There's not 3 L's in shields. As far as I know, there's 1. E. And again, this makes sense to be like an IE or something, because it looks very similar to the E in key. L, D, shield. Is this maybe something has to do with the way it's pronounced? Like it's like the mouth shape? Are we taking mouth shape into like yield? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how these symbols actually relate to how you move. I'm making weird. You can't see it. I'm not putting a camera on this, but I'm starting to make like, oh, a D, your tongue does D. An L, maybe your tongue is kind of straight, and like this. Does this have to do with how your mouth is shaped or how your mouth moves? Probably not. I feel like this is an S. I see it all the time. It's here. It's here. This makes sense to me if this is like press. But I don't know what would end in double S here, and also, yeah, I don't know. I still wonder what the hell is going on here with these rhyming words. Again, rhyming in terms of shape. Does this really have 2 L's? And what kind of word has 2 L's? That has something to do with praying or kneeling. I never actually thought about that as an option for, which I should have. Where is the page that tells you to kneel? It's about praying. Where to go? $24. Okay, so yeah, is this kneel? Shield. If that's a D, what does that mean? So we determine this is roll, sprint, and that's definitely not kneel. Is that an A? No, A is... Oh, maybe this is... I think... Wait, do we say this was run? Do we say it was anything? I don't know if I actually have it on here. Oh yeah, run. That's actually different than roll. And that ends in D. Is this... Yeah, see, to me this is like press spacebar, and hold. Like this could be dodge. But this is definitely telling me to sprint or run. I don't think this is spacebar because I'm willing to bet that this doesn't change based on my controller. It is some word that defines all of these different actions. That ends in maybe D. Another TH. Well, let's see. Something that starts in TH and ends in D. Thread doesn't make sense. Need. Not a Dr. Seuss video game. TH blank 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 D. Maybe 2 D's. DD. See, but I don't have any of these sounds in the middle here marked out. So what I'm trying to see is like, are there words that I actually have, excuse me, the sounds marked out for? All right, sorry, I'm back to a quick break. I think my aspect ratio may have changed a little bit because I moved back down to my office with the big monitor, which I'm so happy about because it makes this so much easier. Let's see, where was I? Yeah, I say, so one of the things I did during this little break was start pulling out symbols that I recognize, top symbols and bottom symbols, and the sounds that I think they represent. Because I want to start trying to translate, you know, if I can find pieces of words, then I can maybe piece together the rest, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to look at things like this where you something, a key to do something, 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 something. Like this to me looks like a D. I'm realizing I don't have a ton. This was kind of like an E sound, similar to an E sound, where like E was like this here. This has that plus one more line, but I do wonder if that's sounds similar. I don't know. This is a simple one. It's above like this. It's an A or an A sound. I think this was a D, right? Like we saw that in Shield right here. So I'm guessing this is you need a key to, I don't know, open. That looks like a D as well. To open doors. And no, that's the top part of the A. And that's a D, so maybe to open, but I don't see a D here. To open, like, all right, you need a key to open doors, and I don't know what, I have no idea what that is. It doesn't look familiar at all. Okay, so you need a key to, oh, I thought this was maybe 1. I don't know why I thought this was 1. So I actually think this is need, which gives me another letter. Ugh. that's tiny. That's fuzzy. That's okay. I like fuzzy. Boom. This is need. Mana. Known words. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember how I... Okay. I'm organizing this. Wow, that was interesting. Need. And... Wait a second. What is this? Oh, there we go. So bring this into known words. Bring this down here. Beautiful. So then this is like an N. That is very fuzzy. All right. Now, what is interesting is this is the E sound. Is it different than the E in shield and key because it's a double E? So this is EE. Oh, delete. Okay. And this actually goes here. EE. All right. And bring that there. Okay, so we've got EE. You need a key. I'm trying to figure out. It's very fuzzy. In fact, it's just easier to read if I zoom out. You need a key to, I mean, open is the natural word that would follow from that, but I'm not seeing, like if this is N, I'm not seeing that here. Open, there's part of it, but not all of it. And then I still don't know what these little circles are at the bottom. I thought they were like apostrophes. Maybe, but yeah, so I have my top symbols here, I have my bottom symbols here. What I'm thinking is, yeah, like this would be B, L, and then this top line still seems to be a blank. But some of these words still aren't making a lot of sense. Like I want to look for, do I know what D looks like? D's got a caret at the bottom. There should be a word, I would assume there would be door in here somewhere. Like, you need a key to open doors, lock doors. This feels like and, but I don't know if it is. It ends in D. Does this top symbol look familiar? I mean, it's kind of... No. All right, back to the drawing board. I think that's helpful. What I want to do is see if I can find words, groups of words that I can just bring down and take a look at. So for example, like words that have something to do with something. So we know this is about a sword. So they're going to have sword-related words in it, even if none of them are actual sword. Like the word sword. Okay. And are there any common words between these two that would be descriptive of... No. So SW... Actually, all 5 of those letters have their own sound in sword. So if I'm looking for the word sword, it's got to start with S, which I don't know. But if that ended in D, which I do know, R which I don't know, but this looks like it ends in D. But we think that doesn't mean anything. I don't know what this simple line means. I can also look for vowel sounds. This looks like IE, but it's missing a line. Evil. No, that's too many. Too many. That looks like a K, but not enough lines. Oh, this is a Y. We got that. We know that. Down here is a triangle. U. No. I mean, I think that is the Y sound. Blank L blank D. Old? Old? That doesn't make any sense though. No. That didn't do much for me. Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at see if there's any symbols that I recognize off the bat. This looks like the, so I think this dot must be part of this. There just seem to be random, I don't know, I'm not, what do the dots mean? There's like dots and circles. And it's hard to tell which is which. Ah, the bomb. Let's see. Okay. There's two D's. Dad. Wait, maybe did? Did anyone stop to think that maybe I shouldn't be given bombs? Top symbols. Ooh, this is not a top symbol I recognize. I mean, I recognize it, but it looks like an E, but upside down. That's not helpful. Yeah, I do recognize some of these from other words, but I don't know what they are. That is TH, I believe. And that's D. So TH something D. The only thing I can think of is like breathed, but what else ends in TH? Maybe ED. Well, that's not an E, is it? It's like an L. No. Ooh, that's an OO sound. Got it, nailed it. That's an E sound and an, oh, sorry, TH bottom symbol. Skip. Booey. No. we don't know what a B looks like, do we? I'm trying to see if maybe there's... It's probably not going to say the word bomb in here. This looks like a K or part of an F. Yeah, I think this might just be me looking a lot at words and trying to find something that matches. Ooh, wait. What if we look at the 3 bombs together? Also, what do those symbols mean on the left here? Where have I seen those dots before? I feel like I've seen something with dots. Oh, here. Uh-huh. Oh, and these look like they're handwritten. Does that mean something? It has to mean something. It's in the manual. It has to mean something. I'm not there yet, though. Let's take a look at... Do we see a word that maybe looks like bomb? This word, this word. This has a lot of repetition in it. That's really funny. What is this? What is this letter? 5 times in a row, but 5 different words? Is it like a hissing sound? Okay, so these 2 words are something to do with bombs. And I'm seeing them in both. I'm gonna delete this because I have it over here. This is like a frost bomb. Do I have... Ooh, okay. There's 2 words I want to look for. And I don't know if I have... ice or frost. I know what an F looks like, don't I? It's up here. Do I know what an F looks like? I sure don't. Oh, we've got something in found. Is there anything that starts with like this little jagged line? Or half? I think this is 2 separate symbols. I thought this seems to be 2 separate symbols. So, maybe that's like ooh. I don't know. On the top. See, this looks like part of the Y. But then I don't know what this is. And it has a dot, which confuses me. On the top. Ooh, no. Do I see anything that looks like an E? Or we have a D, an L. I don't know what this is. What is this P looking thing? Is that a P? That'd be too easy. Way too easy. D. What has 2 D sounds that are why do I have 2 D's in a row? That's a little weird, right? Like if this is... because I'm not even with Bell. Under known words. I think that's either these are the same and that's 2 L's. Well, no, because this is an L. It's just the L sound right here. And I think this seems to be like a skip or a blank space. Because it's the same with D, and then It's like N and D. So why would there be two D's in a row? I wouldn't, unless, because it's not going to make the sound twice. And here, why is this one blank and it doesn't have a line above it? So, short word, is this and? Because this seems to line up closely with found. Like, why does this have two D's in it? Okay, something's wrong. Found. And there's no A sound here, but D. L. What does the top one look like? It looks like part of an F, but it looks like a stretched out F. So that's probably not correct. That is confusing to me. It makes me think that maybe I don't have this quite right. But and like that's definitely a D. And that's a D with a blank space above it. Alright, are there any other common words in these? What is this nonsense? This description has to be funny. Like, tick, tick, boom. This is a firebomb. And I assume this is some sort of onomatopoeia describing the fire damage ticking. But it's clearly just one sound over and over again. Is it a vowel sound? Something like that. Bottom. Eh. It looks like the K, but it's not. It looks like a P, but it's not. Okay, I need to think about what I'm doing here. What am I doing wrong here? I'm feeling a little stuck, like I made some good progress. Oh, there's this word again. Hang on. No, maybe I'm seeing things. But this word right here, I feel like I saw somewhere else. Well, this is D, an L and a D. Where did I see an L and a D like that? Here? No, it's very different. Something LD. Top level. K, F, N, B. O. Bold. Is that bold? Did I just translate a word that I didn't know? Well, but this has... This is why this is frustrating. This looks like B, but it's got this hat on top, which is not a hat. But anyway, the O, this looks like the O sound, but it's got an extra line. LD, but like bold makes sense. Bold. Shh. This looks like the sh. Shh. No, it doesn't. I thought it did. Bottom. IE. Bold. No. This is 2, right? The word TO2. Maybe it's like cold? Could? But could does not have an L sound in it. It's an L in it, but I wish I knew what this character was because I keep seeing it. It's everywhere. A. Wait, I know what this is, don't I? N. No, it doesn't help. I think I need to decipher more. I need to find more words before I can crack this. Where had I looked? The temple. To the ruined atoll. Oh, Rufus, thanks for contributing, buddy. Can always count on you. The checkpoint. Something dead. To the... Oh, these are... Alright, maybe this is something I can do. We'll bring this down. And then this points to page 24. Which... is... this? But what does this have to do with being dead? Oh, wait. Checkpoint, dead. Oh, are they... These seem to be power sources. So... Oh, if the checkpoint is dead, then you need to go pray at one of these things. Is what I'm guessing it's telling me. Okay, you guys, you're out. Just take a back seat for a moment. The checkpoint. That looks like a B with the thing sticking out of it. Hell. What are we doing? Do I see the word pray in here? I don't. I see anything like it? No. Magic item. That's... What did we say? This was an N? I don't know what this is. Yeah, it's this same damn symbol that looks like an upside down E. This is B? Oh, B-O, ooh. That's something, right? Boost. Boost? B-O-O. S-T? S-T? No, that's T. Huh. Where did I get this from? Oh, because it's 2. Yeah, here's a T too. Here's a T. It's 2. Boo. What is B-O? B-O. B-O-O. Boon? Do I know what an N looks like? Is that an N? Boon? Boon of the obelisk. Boost in the face. What is this sound? This is ah. Odd. Add. Odd. And then L. A, D, blank, 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 L. This is K. Wait a second. K, and what is this? There are not a lot of K words that are one syllable. Or I guess it could be a hard C. The only thing I can think of is K. Like Q-U-A-Y, but I'm sure that that's not what this is. Q? Q to the... This sign is your Q to the... Do I know what this symbol means? It's an F. But... Huh? I have no idea what this is. Foe? Die to the foe. Oh, what is this? This is... Okay, to the... Fae. Is that the Fae world? No. I don't know. I feel like I'm close to something. With so many of these words, I feel like I'm like one symbol or one character away. Where did I pull that from? Oh, it was here. Old burying ground to Thid? Thid? Hey, this is that same symbol with... Hold on. Right? That means like magical item. Where'd it go? Yeah, it's here. And this is... Oh, it's not exactly the same. I'm seeing a lot of words. Maybe you can find the word gold. Nope. Maybe this is gold. Gold. Oh no. Something to page 49. Oh wait. What? There was somewhere where it told me to see page 28, and it looked, yeah, these symbols. Again, he's talking, well, he's thinking, and it has lines. Why does it sometimes have lines and sometimes not? I don't know if that matters, if that's like a stylistic thing. Because elsewhere, I've seen where he's thinking out loud or thinking to himself, and there are no lines. I can't even start to understand what that means. But... Alright. I'm just trying to match some patterns here. Just doing some pattern matching to see if I can unlock anything. So this is the K sound, which makes... Yeah, it's the same... And then the bottom symbol doesn't map to anything that I know. It looks like it's the O with a line through it. And where does... Not key. Where else do I see this? Oh yeah, under key. But the bottom, so it's like, man, that clearly looks like a K. But this is missing this line, so it's not an E sound. Almost looks like it's like this upside down. But Kia, no, I just K, yeah, Kia, no, it doesn't make any sense. It's got kind of an ooh, like these actually are like the same symbol, ooh and O, with the one extra line, and this is O with another extra line. My instinct says that that's the word C, but it starts with a K. Wait. Hold on. Where did I just see this? I already have that down there. I don't think I need it, but hold on. Oh, wait, what? This looks the same as this. This looks the same as this. And this looks the same as this. And I think I'm having a realization. I'm going to save that for the next episode because my brain hurts and I don't know if this makes any sense. I might be thinking about this slightly wrong. Anyway, I hope that somebody finds this interesting. It's literally just a lot of me sitting here thinking, looking, staring, and not talking, or maybe talking too much and just blabbering. But if you're watching, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Love you.